like legitimately dedicated live stream that I've done. I've done other live streams where I'm setting up for the podcast, I'm setting up for the live stream on Rumble, but this is the first time I wanted to sit down and just focus on YouTube. We're just going to do a Q&A. I've got a handful of new products that came in today. We're going to talk about the new Canik that's here, and really just answer anything. You guys can throw questions about guns. You can throw questions about life, family, anything. Chuck it in here. We'll discuss it. We'll stay on for a while. My other ones usually like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We'll sit here for, probably got 45 minutes or so. We can hop on here and hang out. So I'd love for you guys to be active. That's usually the best way of these. I mean, I could sit here and talk to myself the whole time, but when you guys ask questions, it goes so much better. So first off, let's go over some of the new products that we got. So we got some new thermals. We got some new guns that came in. We got the Daniel Defense PCC. You guys seen the video on that I just released. The Canik Prime. That was a huge release here that a lot of people were interested. I posted a video and a picture on my Instagram, on YouTube here on the posts, and it instantly got a lot of interaction. People really wanted to see that. So I hurried up. I filmed the video this weekend. I tested it, put a lot of rounds through. We got to 300 rounds this weekend, and was able to film the video, edit it, post it, and get that done today. So if you're interested in watching that video, I just posted it on the YouTube channel right before I jumped on live. So after the live stream, go over and watch that video and see my full thoughts on it. But if you guys have any questions here, I'll happily answer those. But we got a new, brand new scope from Metro Eye, their first scope, which is pretty cool. So we'll look at that. We'll actually unbox it. I haven't opened it yet. We got new lights from Streamlight and some new stuff from Alien Gear to be able to help you with your holsters, which is pretty cool. And then a new set of body armor stuff here that we'll discuss. So hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. Yesterday was a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful, really nice out. So we were outside a lot, enjoying the weather. So that was nice. But let's go ahead and let's just open up the thermals first. Let's talk about those while people are trickling in here. We got two new thermals. These are from D&T. So we've got one that's more meant for like a handheld. You can mount it, but it's more meant for a handheld. This one's called the Hydra. And then we've got the, I don't know what this one's called. It just says Thermite, which I don't think that's what it's called, but they have like some weird, it's like the DT22LM something. So we got that one as well. So this one's more like your Holosun, where it's got like the lenses and everything. You got like a rangefinder on this thing. So this one's a little more legit. Please 10K subscribe. I'm not sure what that means. Are you telling people to subscribe to you, or are you telling people to subscribe to me? They can subscribe to both of us. That'd be awesome. But these are two ones I'm testing. I'm going to throw them on some guns and see which one I like better. I might just leave this one as a handheld and then throw this on one of the guns and make this like a nighttime hunting gun. And then this one will just be something I can scan with. So it'll be nice to have options on both. And you can also record with these, which is always fun. I always like the option on thermals. I think it's fun to be able to record what you're doing. All right, we're getting some more people hopping in here. Good. So for those of you just joining, we're just doing a live Q&A. First dedicated one here on YouTube. So we're just going to sit down and focus on answering questions and doing stuff. Because the last couple times when I did the live streams, I was setting up the podcast. I just wasn't able to keep up with the chat and answer all the questions, which I felt bad because I wanted to answer everybody's questions. So we're just going to hop in here, sit down, and answer all the questions that are being asked this way. Do you have a rifle? I don't have any rifles, unfortunately. What do you think of the Glock FTS? Where's my other phone? Let me look it up real quick. I brought a, so I can look up some of this stuff, because there's so many like new product names. It's so hard for me to keep up with unless I see it. The Glock FTS. Let me look and I'll tell you. Oh, the FRTs is what you're talking about. I mean, it's exciting. Why not? I mean, I don't think it's like, I don't know, probably not something I would put in like a concealed carry gun, but it's a fun thing to have. So like this one right here, that's got the switch. That is the Glock 17 with the switch from Franklin Armory. So they're so fun. Like it's one of those things that like you go down to the range or you put it in a chassis system and it's a blast. So the FRTs and that would be an absolute blast. So I think it's fun, and why not? So definitely do it on one of the guns, probably not on my dedicated gun. Why do you see these gun streams with guns in the background? And then when I'm watching other streamers, they say I'm lying when I see other streamers with guns, when they say they can't show guns or ban. Okay, so I've done a lot of tests on this to be able to figure it out. So I kept getting my live streams taken down and I didn't know why. So what I did is I started doing some tests. So you can show guns behind you. They can hang where they're behind me right now. They're hanging up. They're on display. That's okay. What you can't do is touch them. I can't touch them. I can't give you guys links. I can't do certain things with them. So what I did is the first live stream, I think I accidentally touched one and it kicked me off and banned me for a day. And then the next time what I did is I removed every gun behind me off the wall and did a live stream. I was totally fine. And then I was like, you know, okay, now I'm going to introduce some guns to see what happens. So then I put some behind me hanging up displaying and I was fine. And ever since then, I've been fine. So as long as they're back here behind me and they're displaying, you're good to go. You don't have to take them down. You can have them behind you. You just cannot actually manipulate them in any way, shape, or form. If you do, it kicks you immediately and you will get banned. So as long as we're doing what I'm doing, where I have them behind me and I'm not touching them, which I'm not going to, we're good to go. So you can share that with some of your other gun streamers that you like to watch and let them know that. And hopefully maybe that'll help them. But it was something I figured out early on because I was trying to figure out what's going on. What's this channel about? So I do gun reviews, product reviews, and then just my general thoughts on things that are going on. So I just released the new Canik handgun that just released. Well, it's not released yet. I got it pre-released, but I released a video on that. I just released the new Daniel Defense PCC. There's a video on that on my YouTube channel. And then I do stuff like where the pistol braces, where the new laws were coming out. I update people on the laws, and then also do things like what's the best patrol rifle to run, or best concealed carry, or best holsters, just doing different stuff like that. So that's what my channel is all about. And then I throw in some personal stuff as well, because I like to keep it family oriented and stuff as well. So I think people enjoy that. I also am on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, Rumble. I do live stream. I do a podcast, X. So I'm on a lot of different platforms and I do dedicated content for every platform. So I don't just take my YouTube content and put it on the other ones. I do dedicated content every channel. So if you guys are interested in more content or shorts or like more write-ups or more personal stuff, check out my Instagram, my Facebook, my X, all the other platforms. And if you guys like live streams and podcasts, check out my Rumble. I'm from South Korea. What do you think of Daewoo K2? Let me look what that is. We're doing some Googling today. So the biggest thing is like I don't want to like share my opinion on something that I'm not 100% knowledgeable about. So I always want to make sure to check into things. I'll tell you, rifle. I'm not. Oh, I've seen that one before. So like I said, dude, the problem is there are so many guns and optics and products and flashlights and names. Like I am terrible with names. So if I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what that is. But if it's just like, hey, what do you think of the new Howitzer K256? And that's why Howitzer has goofy names, 403C, all those things. It's like, I could not tell you which one that is. So I have to look them up to like see it. And then once I see it, I can tell you. I've never personally owned that gun, so I don't know. I believe I shot one out at like SHOT Show. It looks like a familiar gun. That or at Brownells when they did an event, I probably shot one, but nothing that made me want to get one for me. What's a gun? There, what's behind me? Glock 18C is my favorite. For sure, that's a cool gun. Yo, how we doing? The heck, how many pew pew? Quite a few. If you want to see them all, check out my YouTube channel, and you guys will see a ton of them. Is the CZ-P09 in red behind you? No, that is actually a Dan Wesson DWX. That is a really, really, really cool one. A lot of people, once I started showing that one off, people really were interested in that gun. Yeah, Dan Wesson. They made it with CZ. That's why it looks a lot like a CZ, because they made it with Dan Wesson. Any benefits to putting a Glock in a chassis? Yeah, so there's a couple benefits. One of them being is accuracy. It allows you to have something else to hold. So when you're holding a gun, you just have your two-hand this is all you have as a connection point. When you hold a chassis, you have those connection points, and then you have your shoulder and you have your cheek. So now you have 2 more connection points. It makes it more steady. It makes it more accurate, a little bit easier to shoot. So me personally, I feel like I can shoot more comfortably, quicker, and a little bit farther with a chassis. And it looks cool. I mean, honestly. And as long as you get the right chassis, so some chassis are just like goofy and like just kind of like meant for show and like just to be like, okay, that's fun or a cool plinker. There's actual legit chassis out there that are like, okay, this actually benefits the gun. It allows me to put new accessories and optics and different things on it that makes the gun a little bit more accurate. Now, it doesn't change the accuracy of the gun. It doesn't make the gun like, okay, now the gun's got a longer barrel, so it's more accurate. It just allows you to hold the gun differently and more sturdy and more accurate to make that gun to allow you to unlock the accuracies the gun already has, I guess is one way you can say it. Like we care. Why all gun dudes look like nerds with some intense bully teams? I don't know. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I think I look cool. You think I look like a nerd? That's sad. That's not. People are mean today. My goodness. Maybe I should do live streams on YouTube. Nice guns. Your guns even have skins like video games. Yeah, no, you get enough headshots, right? That's I like the video games. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of them. So I would show you, but unfortunately I can't here on YouTube. But yeah, we got like different camos, like snow camos and woodland camo, and we got like a blue tiger camo, which is one of my favorite. We did that one really early on. That was one of my first like crazy guns I did starting the channel. I really enjoyed that one. But the Canik is fine. I'm thinking about buying a compact 9mm. Which, in your opinion, would be the best EDC? If you're talking about Caniks, like in general, like which is the best Canik EDC, go with the Prime. It's a really good setup. They fixed a couple of the issues that they had originally with the grip texture not being everywhere. They fixed that. The trigger's really good. It's got a tri-comp or a triport up front for the barrel, so it helps with that snappiness and recoil and be able to get that barrel back down and on target. The gun's really solid. It starts, comes. I can't say that. I can't say too much information here, or it'll kick me on the live. But really solid. I would go with that one. Looking at the Canik Prime, should be coming out soon. And if you're interested in that one, I just released my video on that literally right before I jumped on live. So if you're interested in watching it, hop off this live after we're done or whenever you're done and watch that video. And I think you'll be interested. Hey, do you have a Glock 18? Kind of. That's the 17 with switch. Colt rules, 44 Anaconda. That'd be cool. How was the Prime? Really good. Like I said, I just released the video on the Prime right before here. So if you guys want to, after the live stream, jump over there on my YouTube channel and watch the full video. When I post, I just got the Prime like 3 days ago, and I posted a picture of it, and everybody was like, please make a video for us. I'm like, oh, it's coming like next week. And they're like, no, get it done now. So I worked super hard. I went out to the range. I shot a bunch. I filmed the video, got a bunch of B-roll done, and I edited it, posted it. And luckily it monetized last night. So posted it today. So if you guys are interested in like my full video, check that out. But I think it's a great gun. I think a lot of people are going to be carrying it. I think the packaging and what it comes with is cool for the price. I mean, it comes with a holster already. It comes with 2 mags. I'd like to see 1 more, but at least it's like carry ready. 17 rounds. Great trigger, really good slide serrations, optics cut, good iron sights, and the frame stippling is really nice. My Rumble, L-A-M-O. Yeah, check out my Rumble channel. Rumble channel, Tactical Advisor. We do live streams, we do podcasts, and I post all my videos on there as well. But that's a great platform if you guys are interested in freedom of speech and not being censored. So like on Rumble, I would be able to like hold things and like show you. So you'd be like, how's the Canik? I'd be like, oh, check this out. Or like, how's the trigger? Look at this. How's the grip stippling? Like, look at this. Like, it would be really cool because I'd be able to do that stuff. But unfortunately here I can't. Everything stays behind me and hung up on display, which is actually really cool because these are hold up display racks. If you guys have never seen these things, it's better than buying a gun safe. If you have the space. If you have the space to be able to put these, it's way better than a gun safe because you're able to actually display everything and see it, and you can walk in and grab what you need. If you have 2 guns, you can just get a 2 thingy, or just for 2 of those and just hang 2 of them. And then as your collection grows, you can grow it as well. And actually, if you email Tyler@holdupdisplay.com, you can get your own storage racks, which is really cool. And you mentioned Tactical Advisor, it'll save you a bunch of money. Tyler@holdupdisplay.com, and mention Tactical Advisor, it'll save you guys some. So also you guys can go to my website, tacticaladvisor.net, should be in the description. That's where I share just different things like that to help you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It shoots real bullets, yeah. How was that Prime? It was really good. I really liked it. Like I said, I posted the full video on the Prime on my YouTube channel. So it's like a 15, 14-minute long video going over all the details. It shows you all the B-roll of me going down to the range with it and everything. So I'd love for you guys to check that out after this live stream. But I think it's a really good contender. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in it. We'll be checking out the Wilkinson Tactical CR12 shotgun. Please check out the YouTube channel and them shooting the magazine fed shotgun. I'll check it out. That sounds pretty cool. I'm always down to try something new. Last year was the year of the shotgun. I went from like having just a couple like hunting shotguns to like having a whole row of shotguns here in the room. So yeah, happy to do it. I just got my first Glock 19 in the house. Any tips for a new pistol owner? Take all money that you can and buy ammo and train. Take a class, take a CQB class, take a home defense class, take a vehicle dynamics class, take a intermediate or a intro to handguns beginner class. Take any kind of class you can. Learn to be as proficient and deadly as possible with that gun before you start going crazy and getting goofy things. Some people will be like, oh, I got this gun. Now what do I need? I want to buy an optic. I want to buy a flashlight. I want to buy extended mags. I want to buy stippling. I want to send my slide off and get it cut. Like those things are cool and you can do those things later. But if you're new to guns, new pistol, new for like home defense and stuff, get the training and everything done first. Buy the ammo and then go out and actually use that gun. Get comfortable with that particular gun. Break it in so you know that it's going to work when you need it. And then get some good defensive ammo. Try some different ones out. Run a box through it. Make sure it functions through that ammo that you want to use in the house. And then put it in where you want to put it. Start practicing how to draw it. Because when something happens and like your senses are your adrenaline goes like crazy because somebody's in your home. The last thing you're going to do is to learn a new skill. So you're going to revert back to what you know. So practice opening the gun safe or getting it wherever it is. Do dry reps like that over and over. Practice going through your house. How would you go through corners? How would you check things? Are your kids on the other side of the house? Do you have a plan? Do those things and then get a good flashlight. Flashlight is probably key number one, and then get a good optic. And then continue to practice and train as much as possible. Anyone else out there making integrally suppressed 12 gauge yet? Not that I know of. Dude looks like he's about to cry. I don't know how to answer that. I love 1911s. 1911s are sweet. Do you prefer 10 millimeter or 1911? I'm not sure how to compare those. One's a round, the other one's a gun. I just shot I like 10 millimeters or 1911s and 10 millimeter. Let's do them both. I just shot my love gun into a sock. Oh, I need to read these before I say them. That's what I need to do. My bad is my problem is I just start reading and it's something like that. We'll just move on. What's the rifle up there? That is a 308. That is a really, really sweet gun. That's the CZ600 range and 308. It's got a Night Force NX8, JK Armament RCX suppressor, which I'm going to change out as soon as possible because it like screws and you can like make it mission configurable. It can sometimes be inaccurate, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna have to change that. Recently bought a Glock 19X MOS. Any recommendations on ammo for practice? The cheapest you can find. So I found some deals. I can't say that, unfortunately. If you follow my Telegram or my X account, I share like every day the cheapest stuff for you guys to get. So I always recommend checking those out, and you guys can just go directly there. Unfortunately, here on YouTube, I can't do like links. I can't say certain things, but like Blazer Brass, Mark 1's pretty cheap. Like just find something cheap that's like, take some 115s, 124s, 147s, and try to run different things through it. See what it likes. If it doesn't care and runs everything, that's good. But figure out what the gun likes and break it in with cheap stuff. And then when you're like doing some more like dot torture or like really good training on like trying to get as accurate as possible, get some little better ammo to be able to be as comfortable as possible. How do you feel about the FN57? I think it's sweet. I do want to get one. Do you have blank guns? I have one. Not sure what that means. Is a red dot worth buying? 100% a red dot is worth buying. A red dot allows you to be able to articulate quicker. It allows you, instead of having to align two things and focus on that front sight post and what you're shooting at all at the same time, all you have to do is focus on one thing. And what's cool is you can move around and look, because that dot will always stay on that target. So it allows you to do a lot more and not be as focused as much. And one really cool thing is, and I actually have a full video on this, iron sights versus red dot. It's a really interesting video where I show a lot of POV and explaining it. So I'd love for you guys to check that out if you're interested in more information about it. But one nice thing that I've noticed in my profession, what I do, when you're holding your irons on a person, you lose that person's lower half because you're aiming center mass, and I can't see that person's hands. And that's an issue because I want to be able to see what they're doing with their hands. So then sometimes you would have to come off of your gun and just do point of aim and then look and see what the hands are doing. Now with a red dot, what it allows you to do, especially when that person's a little bit farther away, when they're closer, it kind of occludes a little bit. But when they're a little bit farther away, you're just seeing a dot and then the glass of your lens, and you can see that person. And I show, like I said, I show this in the video that I did. It's a POV style where you can see the gun, hands, and then I'm aiming at a target. But I can see what that person is doing. I can leave both eyes open. I can just put that dot center mass. I can see their hands. I can move around a little bit. I don't have to stay dead locked in, focused on my iron sights. You know, some people do the one eye. I still sometimes have trouble with iron sights leaving both eyes open because I start seeing double vision, so then I have to like squint a little bit. But with the red dot, you can just leave both eyes open. You can hold it on that subject, and you can move a little bit as well and leave that there and see what their hands are doing. So red dot is definitely far superior, aside from just being more accurate. You know, you're not trying to line things up. You just put that dot on what you're shooting, and as long as your trigger pull and all your other fundamentals are good, it's going to hit there, as long as your gun's sighted incorrectly. So the only downside to red dots, the only downside, is the fact that it takes batteries and it can break easier than iron sights. Iron sights can break. I've heard people like, well, iron sights can't break. I have dropped a gun before and the iron sight back post slid to the side. Well, now it's broken. Now I have to re-sight that whole thing in. If you drop a red dot and it's a good red dot, the chances are it's not going to do that. So obviously they both can break. Red dots are a little bit easier to break just because you got electronics and everything, and the battery obviously is always a downfall, especially if you leave it in your vehicle or a cruiser or whatever you're doing. You will have to replace those batteries, but you have to be diligent in having to do that and make sure you're taking care of your equipment. May God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hopefully your country can heal and learn we all are under one God. Yeah, under one God, 100%, the true God, and he has saved us, and he loves you and me and wants us all to give our lives to him and be born again. So absolutely, I agree with you. God is good. Block the trolls. Yeah, I should, right? I don't really know how to. I feel like there's like I should get like moderators or whatever they are. I think there's a thing that you can get, like I can assign somebody as a moderator and they can block them. I don't really know how to do that. I should look into it, honestly, because I think it would be a good thing. The trolls just come and go. Don't take it to heart. Yeah, right? Exactly. Chinese blank guns. Do you sell it? I don't sell firearms. I don't sell anything. This is not a selling website. How the heck do you afford all the guns? Just to be completely transparent, I always want to be completely transparent and honest with you guys. I did not buy all these. So I test and review products for companies. So for instance, Smith & Wesson comes out with a new gun. They send it to me before it gets released. I test it, I review it, I give them my opinions. They use that opinion, maybe, maybe not. And I post videos about them. Dan Wesson, CZ, Canik, Springfield, IWI, you know, companies like that. They will send me these. So did I buy a lot of these? Yeah, absolutely. I bought a lot of these. I work hard. I work 2 jobs. I have a full-time job that outside of this. I own this business. So I work hard and I buy them as I can. And that's really what you have to do when you're starting a collection. And it's, you know, over time, I've been collecting guns for, probably since I was like more seriously, probably about 21. I started when I was like 18, like when my dad got me my first stuff and stuff like that. But like more seriously, probably was like 21, 22. So I've been doing it for 7, 8 years. And, you know, when you buy one a month, it adds up. It adds up really quickly, you know. It's 12 guns a year, and then these companies will send them out for me to do videos, and that adds up quick. So now you're getting 2, 3, 4 a month for the next 7 years. So it just adds up. So that's how I was able to be able to get to where I'm at now with them. You from Brownells area? No, I'm not even close to Brownells. I've been to Brownells. Love Brownells. They're incredible people. I work closely with them. If you go to my website, tacticadvisor.net, you can see how to help yourself going to Brownells, and that's a really cool thing. But no, they're quite a ways away from me. I'm Ohio. They're like 9-hour drive because I've driven there a couple times. They have a great facility though. What's your opinion on the M&P 2.0 carry comp? Love it. It's right there. Super nice gun. I mean, the best Smith & Wesson, I think, out there. I love it. Very, very nice. They did a really good job with the metal frame, the trigger, the slide serrations, everything about that gun I like. I have had like almost no malfunction. I don't think any malfunctions with that gun. Incredible gun, looks the part and feels the part. So really, really good. Are you your own cousin? Yes. The thoughts on Unity gas cap. Let me look exactly what that is because I don't. Unity Tactical makes so many things. Unity Tactical gas cap. Let's see. Yes, I'm 18. Oh my goodness. It's so annoying that every gun website now asks if you're 18. Such a dumb thing to have to do. Let me see what a gas cap is. I like their new magnifier a lot. I really want to get I got it on my dream gun, but that's being built by Brownells right now. I clicked it, but then it went to something else. I want to know what this thing is. Why won't you take me to you? Is it a flashlight? Featuring link system technology, gas cap, USB tail cap, sorry. Oh, it looks nice. Yeah, it looks cool. I don't have one, but I'll have to take a look. Unity Tactical makes really good stuff, honestly. Unity Tactical has always pushed out really good products, and they're always kind of like ahead of the ball. Like, so like Unity Tactical come out with something, and people are like, that's dumb. And then like now everyone's running the risers. Like I think they do some pretty cool stuff. What's my opinion on the carry comp? I just shared it. Should I snack on chips and dip right now, or should I fix myself a peanut butter and strawberry jam sandwich? Peanut butter and jelly is the way to go, dude. I mean, actually do them both, dude. Chips and dip, like depends on the dip. But if you got like some like ball right style chips with like a French onion dip and then a peanut butter and jelly. Actually, have you ever done peanut butter and jelly in an air fryer? If you have an air fryer and you have not done that, take 2 pieces of bread and put butter on it like you would like a grilled cheese, and then put your peanut butter and jelly on the inside. Smash it together. Make sure the peanut butter, the butter side's on the outside, and put it in the air fryer, and then put it in for a little while, then flip it. It is the best peanut butter and jelly you'll ever have. Like I promise you. You will like message me on, like comment on one of my gun videos, and you'll be like, dude, that peanut butter jelly, that was insane. That was the best thing ever. Because like it's really warm and crunchy, and like it's delicious. Like it is the best peanut butter and jelly you'll ever have. I promise you. Air fry, peanut butter jelly. Let me know what you guys think. Pick like the Canik video. Go to the Canik video and let me know how that peanut butter and jelly was once you guys try it. Sick guns, thank you so much. AK-47s, you have a wall of them over on the other side. Where are you from? I'm from Ohio. Hello, how are you? I'm from India, first time. Hey, thanks for being here. Love for you to stick around. Love for you to subscribe if you enjoy the content. But I appreciate you being here, man. What's your opinion on Rock Island Armory Ultra Tac 10mm? I've never used one, so I don't know. Rock Island Armory makes some good stuff. I've used some of their stuff, but I've never used that one in particular. Hi. Wow, that was a lot of highs. Hi, guys. You beautiful. Thank you. You're beautiful. Hi. I love the highs. World War III of 2030 or 2040? 2030. It really depends what happens. So, like, I think this administration is going to do a good job of, like, not starting any new wars, but it really depends what happens after this, because I think other powers would like to see a war, and they're trying to get something to start, and that's why like the Ukraine and Russian thing was pushed as long as it was. But it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 3 years. I really don't understand the idea of arming yourself for home defense. So I don't know if you have children. I don't know if you have a wife or a girlfriend, but if you do, you want to protect those people. You love those people. You care for them, and you want to make sure that nothing happens to them. People do evil things. It's not an opinion. It's not like, oh, well, like you think people do evil things. Like, no, people do evil things. It happens all the time. I am in law enforcement, and I see it all the time. I see it every day. I see people do really, really cruel, horrible things, sometimes for no reason at all. And people will enter your home to do cruel and horrible things, whether that be just to steal the things you have, and unknowing to them that you're home and inside, and now they have to defend themselves because they feel threatened, or is it because they're on something like drugs, or they're doing something they shouldn't be doing, and it puts them in a different state of mind, and now they're entering your home to harm your family, or they're just a deranged person that wants to hurt people. I would never want to be put in a situation where if something like that were to happen, I hope it never happens. I pray it never happens. If it does happen, and I have my 3 children on the other side of the house and me and my wife, and somebody enters my home, I can guarantee they're not doing that to give you hugs and maybe give you like a lunch. They do that because they're going to do something evil. And the only way to stop evil is to defend yourself in that way. And a great equalizer is a firearm. Can you use a bat? Can you use words? Can you use law enforcement? Sure, those things might work. But you know what works even better is one of these. And I will never put my family's safety in the hands of someone else. Like, oh, I'm just going to call the cops. Like, they'll take care of it. They probably will, maybe if they get there on time. But it's not their job to protect my family. God has entrusted me to protect my wife and my kids. And that is my job as a man, a husband, and a father, is to protect them at all costs. My kids cannot protect themselves. My wife can. She's an adult. She can protect herself. She's a big girl. But it is my job to protect all of them together. And the best way to do that is to have a firearm, train, be proficient with it, especially at home defense. Do I ever want to use it? Absolutely not. I never want to use any of these. I love the fact that I can have these and I enjoy them, and I go down to the range and I practice and I train, and it's just a great hobby. But if my family is in danger, at risk, something could happen to them, you better believe I will do whatever it takes to defend them and protect them. Whether that be have one of these or do it with my hands, whatever else I have to do. But why wouldn't you want a thing that can equalize or give you the power to be able to be better? What if someone comes in with a knife? What are you going to do without one of these? Not much you can do. What if someone comes in with just their hands? What are you going to do? Maybe you can fight them off. Maybe you have defensive tactic skills that you can fight them off. Maybe you can't. Maybe they take over you and now they do things to your family that you have to either watch or you have to know that you allowed happen because you didn't do anything about it. You didn't take the proper steps to defend your family. If it's really simple to go out, spend $1,000, buy a nice setup, train with it, get proficient with it, and then pray that you never have to use it. Are these airsoft guns? No. Cowboy guns can still get it. Absolutely. I got a couple of those. There's one right up there. There's one right there. And then a handful on this side as well. Cowboy guns are sweet. Good advice. Thank you. My sense of saying you're weak. Thanks. Weak is can define a lot of things. You know, are you physically weak? Are you mentally weak? Are you weak in your religion or your faith? You know, there's a lot of different things that are weak. Maybe I am more physically weak than others. I'm not a big guy. I'm a skinny guy, so I wouldn't say I'm the strongest person, but you know what I'm strong at is shooting firearms and being really accurate and comfortable with them. So that's one thing that's great about guns is they are an equalizer. So maybe if I were able to get to a hand-to-hand combat with somebody and I would be overpowered because they are more skilled than me, or maybe they're stronger than I am. That is why I carry firearms, because I can equalize that fight and make it a little bit more even. You're in the wrong live chat. They probably are. No, I'm not. he says, no, I'm not. I am on the right side of the chat. Who cares about guns? We need some love and smooth things. So here's maybe an unpopular opinion. If you could promise me, 100% without a doubt, promise me that taking away firearms would make the world a better place, everyone would love each other, and no one would ever kill anyone or hurt anyone or stab anyone or run anyone over with a car or drive drunk or all those things. Sure, take guns away. If you could promise that. You can't. I mean, you can't promise that because the firearm is a tool that people use. People are going to do horrible things. I've seen people do horrible things with a machete. I've seen people do horrible things with a car. I've seen people do horrible things with a kitchen knife or a spoon or a fork or all these different tools and accessories, hammer. It is just a tool. It's a better tool than a lot of other tools, but it's just a tool that people use. The problem is the person, their mindset, their mentality, the things they think. That Satan tempts people all the time in different ways, and people react differently to those things. Some people might not be strong enough to be able to thwart off those attacks and those temptations. But what can thwart off one of those attacks or temptations is having a gun and being really proficient with it and learning. I'm ex-military and enjoy guns. Absolutely. See, that's a great thing. And guns are fun. Like, it's a great hobby as long as you're safe with them and you're proficient. It's a really fun hobby. It's really cool. You can do competition. You can go down and just plink with your friends. You can just enjoy the aesthetic art of them. You know, it's really fun to build them. It's kind of like an adult Lego. You can put them together. It's really cool. It's relaxing. So there's nothing wrong with that. Are these airsoft guns? No. Bro, you have to try the Bar 9 or Bar 15. I'll try it out. Let me just look it up real quick what it is. What brand makes it? Because I feel like if I just type in Bar 9, I'm not going to get anything. But let me know what brand makes that. Bar 9. Yeah, no, it's taking me to Michigan. It's taking me to Michigan. Yeah, let me know what brand makes that. Oh, okay, I see here. The Bar 9. Is it Bursa? Bursa makes it? Yeah, I'll have to try it. I'll look into it. Yes, slushy for Reddit mods. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I feel like mods would be a good thing to be able to kick some people that are like, I don't care that people like say goofy things. Like there's a handful of guys in here just saying dumb stuff just to be turds. And like, who cares? Like they're going to get bored eventually and go do their own thing. If that's what they want to do with their time, send it. But like, as long as they're not doing anything, like they're not being like cruel or they're not like saying like really, really negative things to other people or stuff. Like, I don't care. Like they can be in here. Because the thing is, like, realistic, I fight for freedom of speech, so I want you to have your freedom of speech. So I want you to be able to say whatever you want. I want you to have your own opinion. So I don't want people to get kicked for like having their own opinion. What I do want people to get kicked is they're just being like unnecessarily cruel for no reason to other people in the chat and stuff like that. I don't want that. But let's see. I'm also Australian, and gun ownership is extremely uncommon. Yeah, so that's true. So the thing is if you're not familiar with them and you've never been around them, it might seem odd. It might seem weird. Like, what in the world? Like, these people carry these in their house? Like, what in the world's happening in their house? You know, we're in different cultures, we're in different areas. Unfortunately, B&Es happen. Breaking and enterings, they happen often. You have to lock your doors. You lock your car doors. People break into stuff. Drugs is a horrible thing, and it's getting worse. And the way people react on those, it's very unpredictable. I've had a guy come at me out of a cornfield, screaming that the CIA was after him, and like acted like he needed help. And then within 10 minutes, we were fighting him. Like he was fighting us, trying to attack us. Very weird things. And that's just one example of numerous. I mean, I've been doing my job for 12 years and I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. So maybe that's where my opinion's different than yours. Maybe it's just because I've had different life experiences, and that's okay. I hope you never had those life experiences. You know, maybe that's a great thing that you feel like you don't need a firearm. Like your life isn't threatened enough. Now, me personally, even if you don't feel threatened or you don't ever have those threats, doesn't mean those threats won't come to you at some point. If I lived for, let's say 100 years to make the math easy, 100 years, and out of that 100 years, only one time, I don't know when, one time my life might be threatened. Something might happen, something might not, but my life is threatened in that one time. If that were to happen, I would want to have a gun every one of those days just to be able to be prepared for that one time. You know, realistically, like everyone has a position in their life at some point where your life might be threatened. I would want to have a firearm in that situation just to be able to equalize that and protect myself or my family. I don't mind myself as much. Like, I care less about myself other than the sense that I want to be here for my kids to be able to raise them. But my safety of my children and my wife are the absolute utmost important to me. Love you, girls. I love you too. Also means we don't need to be armed to defend our property. Less guns equals more safe. I don't agree. I would disagree with that, and that's okay. We can have different opinions, but I'm going to explain my opinion just because I'm here live. Like, if you had your live stream, you'd be able to explain it a little bit better. Unfortunately, you have to type yours out, so it's a little harder for you to defend yourself. So I do understand that obviously me being able to talk, it makes it more difficult for you. But I'm going to explain my point of view real quick for you. I do not agree with less guns equals more safe. Less guns means less guns for the people that are law-abiding citizens to protect themselves. The criminals are always going to have guns. I have been involved with multiple criminals that aren't legally allowed to have guns. They're felons, or they weren't allowed to buy the gun, or they stole the gun, and they still have the gun, and they're still doing bad things with that gun. You take away guns, you're just taking away guns from the people like me or you that want to defend our family and do it the right way. You're not going to take away guns from the people that want to have guns and are going to do it illegally. Look at when they took away alcohol. They just took away alcohol in a certain way. People just found different ways to get it. It's never the answer, in my opinion. Again, that's my opinion. We can have different opinions, and that's completely okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to share my opinion and let you know why I disagree with that. I definitely think more guns, the better. There's a reason why mass shootings don't happen in like gun stores or places the majority of the gun shootings that happen are in places that are no gun zones. They like to have the sign that say no gun. That's where a lot of the shootings happen. You know, there's been interviews where they ask the guys like, why did you choose this place? Well, I know there's no firearms in that place. You know, somebody that's looking to do a lot of damage to a lot of people isn't going to go against people that are threatening to him. They're not going to go to, you know, if a guy was like, I want to go and just fight and punch a bunch of people. I want to just sucker punch as many people as possible. Do you think they're going to go to like a boxing gym or a MMA clinic or something like that? No, they're not, because they know they're going to get crap beat out of them. They're going to go and find some random person on the street that's not paying attention. It's on his phone or a subway or something where they don't feel threatened, and they're going to attack those people. They're going to go to somewhere where they feel threatened. Another example is SROs in schools. Do school shootings happen as often in those? No, because they know there's a guy armed in there waiting for them. That's their job, is to be in that school with a gun. Is it sad that we have to have that and there's like guards at our schools and they feel like prisons? Yes, it's horribly sad. That's why I homeschool my kids. I think schools are getting crazy, and I think it's insane. And I've had to respond while my children were in school to multiple threats at schools. One was a shots fired threat. One was the people mentioning like, I'm going to blow the school up. One was another kid mentioning he was going to bring a gun to school. And that's a terrifying feeling, especially when your children are at school. So it's sad that we have to do that. It's sad that we have to have armed people in our schools, but I am all for making sure our kids are safe. And that's honestly why I ended up pulling my kids out of school and we're homeschooling them, because that's the safest we can make them, is have them with us. And we'll be able to protect them that way. Are these airsoft guns? You've asked that like 4 times now. They are not. It do be like that sometimes. It do. Enjoy them as a hobby though. Just think the idea of home defense is weird. I can respect that. I get that. And it's probably because of your culture and where you're from. Like, you're from a place that doesn't have firearms. That's probably weird for you to hear that people have guns in their home to protect it. It's weird for me, or probably other people in my area, to think like you don't have a gun. Like, so it's mutual, you know, in that sense of like, and I hope this isn't coming off disrespectful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful anyway. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. And I hope, and the conversations like this are usually better like I'm talking to you, not like you're chatting and I'm responding. Because like, it's just, you don't have the platform that I'd have to be able to I have the ability to say more and articulate better because I'm doing it verbally and you're having to type it. So you're kind of at a disadvantage here, and I apologize for that. So these kind of conversations are better to do like face-to-face or like over a live chat. But, you know, in my sense, I would say if I asked 20 people in my area, like, is it weird to have no gun in your house? They'd be like, that's so weird. Like, I can't believe you wouldn't do that. So it's kind of like a mutual thought. Like, we think it's weird because of our culture, and you think it's weird because of your culture. Hey, brother, where are you from? I'm from Ohio. Flashlight, got it. Thank you. I subscribe. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate the subscription. That really helps. Guys, it really does help. If you guys enjoy the content, subscribe, like, share, comment, be interactive in the comments. It's always huge to be able to help these videos grow and get bigger. I would love if you guys all, after this live stream or after you're done and you hop off, go to my Canik video. I just released it. Even if you're not interested in the Canik, just watch the video, like it, send in a comment. Let me know how you like that air fried peanut butter and jelly. That stuff just helps the analytics and grow my channel. So I really appreciate that stuff, and it means a lot. Make sure you guys check out my website, tacticalvisor.net. There's a link in the description that'll help you guys with a lot of stuff as well. Always happy to help you with any questions that you guys have, and hopefully be able to answer questions to be able to help you make a good decision. Why use guns and go to person? I go to girls and feel and fell in love. I don't know what that means. Yeah, see, like a moderator would be great for the slushy person that has asked the same question like 62 times. Like those where a moderator I think would come into play and make sense. Can hip fire, I guess, nicely with red dot. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of having a red dot if you're hip firing. Are you a girl or a boy? I'm a boy. Slushy, I love you. I'm starting to love Slushy too. He just really just wants to talk. Can the red dot be confused by shooting mini cokes? Don't know what that means. Just bought an M200 2.0 carry comp full size. I don't have upper extremities. I was born without them, and I'm trying to learn new ways to get shots on target. Is there any tips you have for me? I would have, that's tough because you say you don't have upper extremities. So I'm not sure if that means you have I guess I would have to see I don't know. Try to be respectful about it. Like, do you have absolutely nothing to where you're not even able to hold the gun at all? I've seen people use their feet. That might be a way. You would have to absolutely go out and train and practice. I would have somebody there with you to be able to make sure you're as safe as possible doing it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have a ton of, unfortunately, tips of other than have someone go out there with you so you can try different things. Is have someone be able to hold the gun for you and put it in different like ways for you to try and see what makes the most sense, and then what's the safest for you to be able to do it. Message retracted. I'm gonna buy my first pew this summer. Awesome, man. Good luck. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. I'd be happy to help you get the exact one you need. Is a Glock 19 worth it? Absolutely, it's a great gun. Yo, man, remember me? From where? Is there a specific place that we met? I'd love you to explain a little bit more so I know who you are. Yes, a Glock 19 is worth it. It's the full standard of carry duty handguns. Yeah, it's a great gun. It's very reliable. What time is it? I'm from Germany. It's like 9:30 a.m. Dude, a cheap night vision. I have 2 videos actually on my YouTube channel. Type in budget night vision tactical visor and it'll show you those. One of them is the other one's really freaking good, and it's like, I think it was like $400. So really cheap, and I was very shocked with how good it is. So what do you think about the Glock 42? Decent gun if that's exactly what you're looking for. Glocks in general are pretty good. So I broke my toe the other day. I shut it in the safe door and just did a number on it. So I'm trying to keep my foot elevated right now. It's raining a ton, so I figured it's going to be kind of a relaxed day today. But I also realized I didn't open any of the things that I was talking about before I was going to open and show you guys, but that's all right. John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to me, to the Father, except through me. Great verse. Thank you for sharing that. I thought this was about guns. We are talking about guns. It's what we've been talking about this whole time. Do you have an extra D-ball? Not like an extra one to like give away. I have multiple of them. Have you heard anything about the Flex 3 MR trigger works? I have not. I hack in and you're talking about PBJ. Yeah, no, that was a weird time for you to jump on. I apologize for that. Somebody was talking about peanut butter and jelly. We're doing a live Q&A, so you can ask whatever you want. So if somebody asks us about peanut butter and jelly, we're going to talk about peanut butter and jelly. But yeah, no, that's a weird time for you to hop on. I'm probably pretty far away on chat because I'm trying to scroll here to keep up. I'm going to scroll kind of quick here. Unity is dope, but it's really funny how we just come in full circle with risers and carry handles, the optics being nearly on the same. Yeah, right? Do you hunt? Yes, I do. I hunt deer and pheasant and squirrel and a bunch of other stuff. Life hack, it's about the love and being loved. Yeah, that's a good hack. Need me a room like that, slowly getting there. Awesome, man. Check out Hold Up Display. Make sure you guys email Tyler at holdupdisplay.com, mention Tactical Visor, and I'll save you guys a bunch of money if you guys want to get like storage racks like this. They're super cool. What country are you from? USA. Can we see around the room? I can't like do a ton in here because of YouTube's rules and stuff, but I have like 4 videos on my YouTube channel, maybe more, of the whole room. So if you guys just go to my channel and type in vault room or hold display, it'll show you an entire video of this entire room. It's my large office. This is just a small portion right here behind me. There's this right here times probably like 7. So I would love for you guys to check those videos out. Go to my YouTube channel. Air fryer PBJ, thanks for the advice. Absolutely. I am way behind if we were just not talking about air fryer PBJ. But yeah, let me know how you guys think about it. I will probably do that for lunch now because now I'm just thinking about it. What's the best concealed carry? It really comes down to price, what you're looking for, size, and everything. I'd love to help you out if you were able to, if you shoot me like an Instagram message or something, I'd be able to help you out a lot more on picking out exactly what you need. Cheapest EDC you recommend? Probably like a PSA dagger is probably like the cheapest I would go if like you didn't have any extra money. Like I would recommend going a little bit more like a Glock, but if you're looking like the cheapest I would go and carry something, it would probably be like a dagger from PSA. Store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Absolutely. Store your treasures up in heaven because those are the only treasures that are mattering. The treasures that you have here, like all this stuff, none of it matters. It's not going to go with me when I die. I'm going to go be with my Lord and Savior, and then all of this is going to stay here, and that'll be gone. I mean, none of this matters. It's cool, it's fun here, but store up your treasures, absolutely. Tactical Visor is about love. I am about love, man. I'm trying to buy my first AR style long under $800. What do you recommend? Look into PSA, Aero Precision, IWI Zion, lead and steel, Jag. It's called the Just As Good, which is kind of funny. Let me see. I'm just looking at a couple different rifles here to see which ones else I recommend. If you can, PSA Saber's a really, really good one. Ooh, we're gonna do this for 50 minutes. So I got about 10 more minutes. So I really gotta scroll through these because I feel like I'm way behind. What's the best John Wick? I think the first one's the best. I think they start to get a little cheesy. So we just watched the fourth one the other day. And it was really good. And my favorite scene is where they're using the Genesis shotgun with the dragon's breath. That was really cool. But I think the first one was the best because it wasn't as cheesy. And because like it's like the fourth one's like some of the lines he says, it's like, oh gosh, did they mean to make it sound that dumb? Like, I love John Wick. It's fun. Like, if you just go watching it as in the sense of like you just want to see a lot of shooting and fun scenes, like that's kind of what it is. I don't really watch it for the plot, I guess. I think the first one was good though. I used to break into homes. You need a gun. Yeah, see, it's talking straight from the point, man. Yeah, you need a gun. Tactical advisor. What should I use to protect my business or a business owner? Pistol, long gun. Both. Both are super good. The CIA. That's from the CIA. That's funny. Both. I would use a pistol and a rifle because what you want to do is have options depending on what's going on. And pistols are great because they're short, they're close, they're easy. You can manipulate them super comfortably and move around corners. Rifles are really good because they have a lot more firepower and you can shoot a little more accurately. I know you're way behind the live chat, but responding to your comment, I had more meant I can't relate. Australia is just not like that. Exactly, man. I completely understand. And yeah, I am way behind on chat, so I apologize for taking so long to respond to these. But yeah, it is just a different take. Man. It is what it is. Come to my house, I'll give you Indomie. I don't know what that means. I need to move. Is a 6-hour P320 a good option for daily carry? Yeah, it's a great gun. Other than the fact that SIG's trying to say that they don't shoot themselves and they're paying people off. But yeah, I mean, the SIGs are good guns. People obviously still home invade and undertake violent acts, but needing a gun to keep your wife and kids safe is just so foreign to me, and most in Australia or Europe. I understand that. It is what it is. So again, I shared my opinion and my thoughts and why I think I need that. Maybe it's because of my life experiences and the things I've seen. I've seen people that didn't have firearms and what happens to them. And I'm never going to be put in that situation. And I pray that like you go through the rest of your life thinking that way. And like you never have to. Like hopefully like by the time you get to your last day and you're like, man, like I never needed a firearm. That's amazing. I hope you never have. I hope none of us are put in those situations. Unfortunately, you're going to be. But I pray that you never are. Like I pray that never happens to where you're like, didn't need one. I don't know what he was saying. And maybe that happens. And that would be wonderful. So I pray that for you. And I hope everybody else is in that situation. But even if there's like a 0.0001% chance of it happening, I'm always going to carry to make sure that I'm prepared if it does. I don't always need to have my insurance card on me at all times. And I have it just in case it's needed. Exactly. That's a good point. Yeah. You never know. Like the fact that I just broke my toe on my safe door the other day and like wasn't prepared for that to happen. Gosh dang it, dude. My toe hurts. So annoying. I'm trying to move forward. Very well said. Thank you. Do you have a gravity gun to protect your family? No, that'd be sweet though. Do you have a Glock 45? Yeah, I daily carry that actually. My 2 cents for concealed carry, I use the Hellcat Pro, wonderful weapon. Yeah, no, I use the Hellcat Pro as one of mine in the circulation, that's the circulation, I guess is one way to put it. And what word am I thinking? It's in the, I don't know, it'll come to me eventually. It's one of the concealed carry guns I use that I rotate between. Big juggles, you don't need a gun, but it's the best tool to have. I respectfully disagree. I don't think having a gun in your home is the best way to keep them safe. I'd do anything to keep my kids safe, but guns in the home introduce way too much risk. It's all about how you teach your family, how you train them. And, my kids from a very young age have been introduced to firearms to where you take away that curiosity. I actually have a full video on this on my YouTube channel if you'd like to see it, how to train your kids or something. I can't remember what it's called. But basically, should you teach your kids about guns early? And as long as you do it properly, in the right way, like my dad did to us, me and my brother, we never had any issues with guns. Is because he introduced them early and he took that curiosity away. That way the kids aren't like trying to snoop in here and see anything. My boys can walk in here at any time right now. And my daughter, they could walk in here while we're doing this live. I told them not to because I'm doing a live stream, but they could walk in here, and at any time they'd walk in here and they would be incredibly safe. They'd never touch any of the guns. They'd look around. They'd maybe sit down and play in the corner because I have some like little random things. I have some coins they like to play with and like flashlights over there and like gun accessories like a foregrip or something. And they'll sit down and play with those, and I'll talk or whatnot, and then they'll be like, "Oh, hey, can I see that one?" And I'm, yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll show them and be like, check this thing out. What don't we ever touch? Touch the trigger. And then, what are the rules of firearms? They go through the rules and all that stuff, and, can we shoot this? Well, no, we got to wait till you're mature enough. You got to go about their age and all that stuff and talk to them about that stuff, but never being like, no, you can't go in that room. That room is secret. You can't see what's in there. You're not allowed to touch it. That's bad. It's very bad. It's kind of like Adam and Eve in the garden, where they're saying like everything is okay. You can eat everything, just not that tree. And then Satan's like, hey, like, why is he saying you can't eat that tree? Why can't you go in that room? And then that curiosity starts to build, and that's when kids get into things, and that's when they cause issues. You take that curiosity away, then they don't really care as much. And you teach them, obviously, as well. Someone breaks in your house, which gun on the wall would you use? So the guns on the wall aren't necessarily the guns that I have set up for home defense. Those are in other positions and other safes and other areas. So not really, I would use these. Like if I had to, like I was in here and I was like, okay, cool, I'll grab whatever. But the guns in here aren't necessarily the ones that are put in this, like the guns that you don't see are the guns that I'm using for those situations. Can we see the P90? Unfortunately not, because I can't pull it down and show you. I'd love to, but yes, that is right there. Risk, you must know nothing about guns and gun people. You're statistically far more likely to see than gun harm you or your family member than a home invader. I'm a felon. How do I defend my family, like you said, without breaking the law? That isn't true at all. The new demo ranch. Hey, there you go. Yeah. I will take all of his followers, and you guys can just follow me. That's okay. Everybody come here. This is your happy place now. No, I have been a fan of Demo Ranch for a long time. He was like an inspiration, I guess you could say, to starting a YouTube channel. Really seeing how he did it and how successful it could be. Guy's incredible. Very nice guy. I've met him before at a SHOT Show and some other places. Really genuine guy, from what I can tell. Well, not like I hung out with him for hours. I just talked to him in passing and seen him in places. Genuine guy, seems really cool, and really sad to see him go, but incredibly happy for him to make that decision. He's getting older, and he doesn't want to do this forever. He doesn't want his family at risk. It seems like things were getting a little close to home. It seems like people were maybe coming to his house or doing other things that he wasn't comfortable with. So I'm glad he made that decision. I'm glad that he's comfortable with that. Obviously, it's going to be a difficult decision. Obviously, it's going to be scary going from like doing this all the time and filming your life. But how cool would it be? Because like, I'm used to filming my life. That's all I do all day is I film my stuff. How cool would it be to stop having to be on your phone? It's like, I don't use social media in the sense of like, I don't like scroll through Instagram. I don't scroll through Facebook. Like I go through and do my business stuff on here and like post, but I don't scroll. Like if I didn't have to post, I would never be on my phone. It would be amazing because I hate being on my phone. So I would love to not have to do social media all the time. So at some point in my life, I'm probably going to quit and do what he did and retire. And it's going to be a great day because I'll be able to stop being on my phone as much. I'm big and I can fight, but would rather draw down and bust a knee. What's your opinion on the new M7, a new caliber for the military? I haven't seen what the new caliber is. What is it? Western Australia law-abiding gun owners are very near losing their rights to own. Yeah, that stinks. Do I sell guns? No, I do not sell anything here on this page. I used to walk into homes all the time as a teen, every home on some streets multiple times over several months, many times the family was home. That's terrifying. You're very lucky that you didn't get the crap beat out of you. What was the reason for walking in people's houses? Like, was it just fun? I would call 911 if someone wanted to kill me and run away. I hope that works. Big juggles, they make this thing called a safe, and informing your children the responsibilities of gun safety is very important. Only danger when it comes to guns is negligence. Yep, absolutely. And accidents happen. I agree with having a gun in the house because to protect your family, it's more easy to use and easy to pull up than any other weapon. Absolutely. What about a forklift? Yeah, you can use a forklift. That'd be sweet. Democrats, are you really going to be able to hit their knee? or the leg first shot. Me, yes, I can. Never aim for the leg or the knee. Never, ever, ever, ever do that. It's a horrible decision. If you're going to shoot your gun, you shoot to kill. You don't shoot to wound. The leg is probably going to kill them quicker anyway because your femoral artery bleeds incredibly quick, and it's a much harder shot to hit. Can you? Sure. I'm sure I could hit a leg as well. But should you? Absolutely not. Never aim for a leg or a knee. Terrible idea. You can't promise that with gun world would be better. Exactly. Man, I am so far behind. I apologize, guys. I thought like I could sit down, I would be able to keep up with these, but man, there are a lot of chats. I love it though. I appreciate it. My gun makes me relaxed. Yeah, hopefully it makes you comfortable. Do I sell guns? No, I do not sell guns. What's your favorite Glock? Glock 45 with a radium ramjet. What up, Playboy? How you doing, buddy? I wonder if I should I just, I don't want to miss any chats, but I'm kind of thinking if I should like just skip all the way down to the bottom. Have you personally used a Hellcat or Hellcat Pro, Springfield? If so, your thoughts? Yes, I carry those. Great guns. Springfield Hellcats are good. I really like them. What's your opinion on the 9mm? Can you show us a Glock 19? No, I cannot. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. What would you say the best self-defense weapon for when you're on the crapper and you don't have 45 caliber rounds next to you, but you have birdshot? It sounds like birdshot. Sounds like you answered your own question. Legend has it Jesus gave Paul a 6-hour. That's awesome. What is your job, or is your YouTube full-time? I am a full-time in law enforcement. I'm a deputy sheriff, and then I do some stuff through that along with fire and EMS. And this is a part-time job for me. I own this business. I love the Dagger Compact. Yeah, it's a great gun. I always compare gun to knife. It is ridiculous. You always compare gun to knife. It is ridiculous. What do you mean? Is it a sin to replace the muzzle device CAC with a plan B? Do it works with a suppressor? If you need a suppressor, definitely replace it. Too much yapping. Well, it's a live stream where it's just me talking. I'm not sure what you were expecting. Should your arm be fully extended when shooting? No. You do not want to have your arms fully extended like that. You want to have a little bit of a crease, a little bit of a break. You can shoot, recoil, be able to move, manipulate a lot easier. This dude is super cool. Thank you. I think you're super cool. How many kids was accidentally called Safer Kids? I don't know what that means. Why are you in a stream about guns if you don't like guns? Why are you in a stream? I thought you were talking about me. I was like, I like them. No, don't tell them to get out of the stream. No, absolutely not. We want to have, I would love to have a ton of people that don't like guns or know about guns here in the stream. How else are they supposed to learn or know? That's the reason I started YouTube, is to help people learn. Don't ever push those people away. Don't ever be like, well, you don't like guns or you don't agree with us, get out. Like, no, 100%, stay here. I want that conversation. I want to be able to talk to you. I want to be able to articulate things with you, because maybe you just don't know. And it sounds like he doesn't. Maybe, and it's not his fault. It's not that he's wrong. It's not that his opinion is better than ours. It just means he's in a different culture. He can't relate because he doesn't know. And we can talk together and decide, maybe he changes his opinion. Maybe he doesn't. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I want him to stay here. Again, I know you're way behind the chat, but I know it's almost a complete impossible that anyone I encounter here doesn't have a gun. I am also 6'7", so confident in altercation, which is good. You should be confident in yourself, and you should be able to train and be proficient in your own ways. Unfortunately, though, if a guy could be 10 foot and be the best MMA fighter in the world, if I'm out of arm's reach and I have a handgun, I can guarantee my wife would win that fight. So it really doesn't matter how big you are if you introduce a firearm into it. You could have a 3-foot girl that weighs, let's say actually my 6-year-old. You could have my 6-year-old who weighs 40 pounds soaking wet with one of the guns that he's comfortable and knows how to shoot versus a full-grown adult like you who's 6'7" and probably very confident in an altercation. If my son is out of arm's reach, then I would put money on my kid winning that fight. It's just an equalizer. The people who have guns illegal do not have to jump through the same hoops. Absolutely. My roommate who has just moved from Germany felt the same thing, showed him my EDC and went to the range. Now he understands. America. Yeah, that's a good thing. Is being able to like teach somebody. So if somebody comes and like, I've never shot a gun before, and you take them down and shoot them proper and teach them the proper way, usually those people really do enjoy it. I don't know why you say we need guns to save. What if you get in a car accident? I mean, that obviously is unrelated. Like, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about like a threat to yourself, like somebody's trying to harm you. If you get into a car accident, a gun's going to do nothing for you. Thoughts on the CCX suppressor? It's cool. It's really cool how modular it is, how small it is. I actually have it on one of the bag guns that I carry, mainly because I want my kids not lose their hearing if something happens. Hard to discuss when you're so far behind the chat, but the numbers don't support your views. The U.S. is the most armed nation on earth and has incredibly high violent crime rates. Yeah, but imagine what those numbers would be like if we didn't have firearms. They would be incredibly higher. Incredibly higher. Why aren't mass pew-pews ever done with pre-1986s? $2 donation. Thank you so much, Dixon Nass. That was super nice of you, bud. Yikes. I see what I said. Dixon. We'll just stick with Dixon. Solid. I like what you did there. That was worth the $2. I hope you're still in here, because that's probably pretty far behind. I should scroll down farther, but I'm glad I did because I didn't want to miss this. I don't really know what you mean. You're kind of being vague about that. Why aren't mass pew-pews ever done with pre-1986s? If you could just throw in chat, you don't have to donate, but throw in chat like a little more informative what you're trying to say. But solid name, man. You got me. I think I can hit a thumb. Can I hit a thumb? There, I like it. Gain a sub, man. Just found this live scrolling on shorts. Stay safe. God bless. Keep taking care of yourself and your family. Take care. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you subscribing. I would love for you guys to check out the channel and the videos. Again, if you guys want to, I would appreciate if you guys go check out the Canik video I just posted. Put a comment in there. Let me know that you guys found it from the live stream, or let me know about how you like the air fried peanut butter and jelly. I'd love to see you guys get on there. The analytics, it helps the analytics when you guys are really interactive. So I appreciate that. You probably sleep like a giant. I was very sneaky, many homes with 5+ people home. I would just walk in. Man, that sounds like a crazy, terrible idea. Hope you don't do that anymore. This is owning guns and having so many guns, but the pros outweigh the cons. Yeah, there are downsides to people having guns, absolutely. But like he said, the pros outweigh the cons. Absolutely, I would agree with that. Let's see. Yeah, maybe you're right about the U.S., but only because it's a practical at the point to get rid of all guns. Australia is a great example. He removed guns and gun violence dropped radically, but violence didn't drop. Violence in general didn't drop. You know what I mean? Yeah, gun violence did, obviously, because you take guns away. But violence in general will not go away. Violence is not something you can take away. It is a horrible thing that happens, that humans do, and guns are just a tool to be able to do it. Possibly more dangerously, more cause more damage. A little easier for them to do, I suppose. But violence is never going to go away. You're still going to have violence. But yes, gun violence dropped. So if we took away knives, knife violence would drop. If we took away cars, car violence would drop. But it doesn't mean that violence is going to go away. Also, every mass shooting pew person has been on SR. Yeah, there's a lot of them that have. Dixon, love you. Yes, I love you too, Dixon. That was a solid one, buddy. You got me. Yeah, that's a big one too. Obviously, that's something we weren't talking about. So we've been talking a lot about just the side of it where it's home defense. He makes a good point. You're way less free and the government can do whatever they want. Yeah, I mean, some people think like the people that say the government, tyranny, people are like, oh my goodness, like you're a lunatic. Like, no, it's true. Like, I promise you, if we didn't have firearms, what the last administration would have done to us would have been horrible. But they couldn't because they knew we had guns. that is a big aspect of it. You want to have firearms to protect yourself from a tyrannical government. So your government, look at China. Look what they can do. They don't have firearms. Look what happened during COVID. What they were doing to people. Some people might not have followed that stuff, but they were shoving people in these freaking basically camps. I mean, it's crazy the stuff that these different countries can do when they have a bad government and they don't have guns. It's a bad combination. It's not really a matter of opinion. Less guns in a society leads to lower rates of violent crimes. Your point only holds if there are already lots of guns in a society. And that's tough. It's tough to have a true case study because you guys don't have the guns to be able to prove it, and we have the guns. So obviously the analytics are going to be different between those two things when you are trying to articulate one versus the other. So that's true. It's going to be difficult to get true, accurate numbers in that sense. But again, that's my opinion, and you have your own opinion. That's completely okay, and that's why I like being able to have these conversations. Are you a cop? Yes, I am. I'm a deputy sheriff. And that's probably where my opinion comes from, is because I see these violent acts all the time. A lot of the normal citizen doesn't see these violent acts of what happens on a daily basis. You don't see the evil in people and what they do, and there's no rhyme or reason for it sometimes. And there's nothing you can do. And maybe you're not a victim because you did something wrong. It's just because you're a person in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you didn't have a way to defend yourself. And it happens, and it's sad. But unfortunately, with the life experiences I've had, this is the way I live and the way I decide to protect my family. And maybe the life experiences you had made you decide that you don't need those things, and that's okay. And I pray that you never have to. I pray that no one ever gets put in that situation. Schools are bad nowadays. Honestly, scary. It makes me not want to send my kids to school when I do have any. I plan to homeschooling, and when I have to, is homeschooling hard to do? Homeschooling is hard to do. So it is a life change. It is something you are going to have to dedicate a lot of time to. It's a full-time job. And that's why my wife ended up quitting her job and she's home with our kids. But we decided that her paycheck and the money that she was making isn't worth it because our kids are the most important thing out there. I don't want my kid to be in a building for 8 hours a day and I never see him. He's gone 8 hours a day and then he comes home. He has homework. He has sports. And then we see him for an hour at lunch or dinner. And then he goes back to school the next day. And then the weekend comes and he hangs out with his friends. I don't want that. I want to be the influence in my child's life. I want to be able to train my child, not some random person in a school that I don't have a clue what their beliefs and thoughts are. All his different teachers that he goes and sees. My son was in school for 2 or 3 years, and we ended up pulling him out, and it was the best thing we ever did. Is homeschooling for everybody? No, it's not. Is it a great option? Absolutely. I think it's a phenomenal option, and I think everyone should look into it, but I don't think it's for everybody. Schools obviously are a good thing, and some people have to have schools depending on, nowadays you have to have 2 incomes. Luckily, I'm fortunate enough that I make enough to do what I'm doing to be comfortable. Obviously it's a lifestyle change. We can't go out and do all the things. We can't eat out as much as we want. We can't have all the streaming services, but it is a lifestyle change, and it's a good thing. But it is something that I think you should look into. Schools are horrible right now, especially with the things that they're doing with mental illness. They're allowing kids to have these mental illnesses and assisting them in their mental illness. School shootings are rampant. School violence. Like I said, being in law enforcement, you see and hear things more than what the average citizen does. So I know all the school threats that are coming in. The parents don't. They don't hear all those because we prevent them before they happen, or we investigate them to prevent them. So the amount of threats at schools we have, so I work in a county, and we have 3 major schools, like high schools and stuff, and then we have a bunch of other like smaller schools. So I think we probably have like 5 to 7 full schools in our area. And the amount of threats that come in is crazy. The amount of times we have to have the bomb squad come in, and you know what the parents know and the kids know? It's like, oh, hey, we're just doing an in-service day, or we're taking the day off because of weather or something like that. They don't know all the threats that are happening. We do, because we get the threats and we investigate, and the FBI will send us a thing, or we get the threat through some kind of source, and we know all those threats, and I see them, and I've responded to them, and it terrifies me. My kid was there during one of them. I had to walk by his classroom going to a threat, and it was the worst thing I've ever had to do, and the most I've never felt more helpless in my entire life. And shortly after, we pulled my kid from school, and now they're homeschooled, and it's the best decision I've ever made. So again, is it for everybody? No. Is it a great option? Absolutely. Love guns for home defense because shotgun's under $800. Yes, it's fantastic. Sir, can you please show the rifle, one pistol, your variants? Unfortunately, I cannot show them here. They can hang out behind me, but I cannot. I'm going to show you. I am so behind. Biggles is super wrong. Maybe he'll figure it out one day. He's not, like, super wrong. You're wrong for everything. How do you go legally buying a legal gun from someone? Just buying it, going to a gun store and switching it through the NFL. So you have to transfer names. Answer my super chat. I'm genuinely curious. I asked you, I'm really super behind, so I really apologize. I really thank you for sending that, man. That was really nice of you to donate that. I just don't know exactly what you're talking about. Homeschooling is very hard, especially if you're addicted to marijuana. That would be difficult. Oh, I'm trying to scroll through here quick, guys. I'm sorry. Man, there are a lot of chats. I appreciate you guys being so interactive. This is a lot of fun. What's your favorite gun? The P90 was my dream gun. Ever tried air fried peanut butter cookies? Oh my gosh, I have not, but I would love to. Are you a cop? Yes, I'm a cop. You're funny. Hope you have a good day. I hope you guys all have a good day. I love you guys. In your opinion, what is your best handguns for cheap prices? If you're, it depends on cheap. You know, everyone's budget's different. Some people tell me like, I'm on a budget. What's the best budget gun? They'll say my budget's $100, and then other people like my budget's $700. You know, it all depends on what your definition of cheap is. What's your favorite gun? I just answered that P90. Ian, yes, I believe he said earlier he's in law enforcement. Yes, I'm a deputy sheriff. Can you mount a SIG red dot on different makes? Depends. Like there's one proprietary one that you can't, but other ones, yes. Your gun room is fire. Thank you so much. If you want to, I have videos of this whole gun room. Like it's not just this like little wall, like it's everything. If you guys want to check it out on my YouTube channel, I'd love if you guys would go to my YouTube channel after this live stream, watch some of my content if you guys enjoy it. If you've never seen it, check it out. If you guys enjoy it, subscribe, like, comment, throw a comment in the videos. I'd appreciate it so much, guys. The upper extremities guy can modify his weapon, I'm sure, to make it so he can pull it with his toes. Yeah, that's a great point. So you can go to a custom place and probably have your gun modified to be able to help you as well. That's a really good point. Thank you for adding that. All right, I need to scroll a lot quicker because I am so far behind. What's going on with YouTube regulations? They just keep changing the rules and making like you can't shoot full auto guns. You can't say a lot of things. You can't link anything. It's just really difficult. Springfield XD, garbage. Don't like, hate Springfield XDs. I like Springfield guns, but I don't like Springfield XDs. I think they're the worst gun they've ever made. What's the big rifle above you? This is a CZ600 range. How do you go about homeschooling kids? So every state's different. So in Ohio, it's actually pretty easy. They just changed the rules where basically anybody can. Before you had to have like a bachelor's degree or you had to go through the school. But it's really simple. All you do is you go to your local school, like say whatever school you're going to, and you would say, hey, just, I'm going to homeschool my kids. And then you would have to get a curriculum, and then you'd have to be able to teach the kids that. And then the biggest thing is to know if you have to do standardized testing. So some states require you to do standardized testing where to make sure your kid is actually learning, you're not just taking them home and doing nothing with them. It's every year you have to meet with the school and do standardized testing to make sure they're up to date. Sometimes they're ahead of the curve, sometimes they're below it, or sometimes they're right where they need to be. But that would be kind of the simple process. Ohio just changed it to where you don't have to do standardized testing anymore. But when I was a kid, I had to do standardized testing because I was homeschooled. I would have to go to the school, do tests to make sure I was up to date with everybody else. And then I went to normal school in high school. 8th grade on, I went to normal school. And that was just fine. Sir, can you please show the rifle? I cannot show. I'm sorry. What country doesn't think I'll tell them all they need to know? Yeah, probably. All right, I'm scrolling. I'm thirsty. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. This is the longest stream I've ever done. This is fun, though. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys are having fun. I appreciate you guys for being here again. You guys are great. I love you guys. Thank you guys for the super chats. That was super nice of you guys. Hey, Dixon, if you're still in here, man, I feel bad about not answering that because I'm just not super clear on what you're asking. If you're still in here and you donated, this was super nice of you, man. I want to answer your question. If you could, and I don't get to it here because I asked you to send, I might miss it because I'm scrolling really fast. Best 5-7 is SP. Please shoot me a message on Instagram or something so I can answer your question. I want to answer your question. So I feel really bad that I wasn't clear on exactly what you're asking. But I really appreciate you donating. That was super nice of you guys. I see there's some more donations. I'm trying to get to them, but it doesn't, like, if it's a certain level donation, it pops up on my screen, but if it's not, you have to scroll. So I'm trying to scroll to get to those. So thank you guys for sending those donations. I'm trying to get to those. So I'm going to go down quicker. What's your everyday carry? My main one is a Glock 45 with a Radiant Ramjet. What do you think of the Galil? Cool gun. Honey Badger, a reliable gun. Yeah, they're really good. They're super expensive. All right, I'm trying to get down to this next super chat. Oh my goodness. I am so far behind, guys. I apologize. I'm not trying to like be way behind, but I'm just trying to answer some of these questions in a little more detail. I don't want to be like crazy vague. Okay, here we go. Helping you out with the next gun purchase. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cameron, sorry, not Carmen, geez out. Cameron 2K, thank you so much for that chat, man. That is really appreciated. I'm going to like that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. The chats, guys, you don't have to do the super chats. I really appreciate you guys donating. That's so nice of you guys. Really, really kind. But it's not a necessity. You absolutely don't have to. I would love to answer your guys' question, help you out either way. But thank you so much. That was very nice of you, Cameron. Thank you for your donation. It says, let's celebrate their first super on live stream. Oh, how do I celebrate it? I would love to celebrate it. Like, I find a way to do that. We're gonna have to hop off here soon. I'm just gonna go all the way down to the bottom. All right, I am up to date now because there are just so many. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get up to chats. Does YouTube Shorts make good money? No. I mean, I guess it depends on what your definition of good money is, but comparatively to long form, no. So long forms, if you get like 1 million views, you can expect to make probably a couple $1,000s. If you get 1 million views on a short form, maybe like $20, $30. So no, not very good money. But on the same token, short forms are incredibly easy to make and film and post. It's just a lot easier. Man, this is why I can't keep up because these are coming in fast. Thoughts on the PSA PA-15? Very good stuff. PSA makes great, affordable things, and their downside is quality control, and sometimes you get a bad one. Good starter 2011. There's a really good company that created a 2011 that has Glock mags. It's on my YouTube channel. I can't remember what the Fusion, I think, Fusion Firearms. But that's a really good starting point because it uses Glock mags. Do you have guns? No. Can you kill a grizzly with a deagle? Probably. I'm 9. Nice. Welcome to the channel. Best full-size pistol? Really comes to a personal preference, but I think one of the best out of the box is the Walther PDP. Can you kill a grizzly with a deagle? Yes. I love it. It's so funny when like someone will chat something and then like wait 4 seconds and then chat it again. Like it's like, you did not answer my question immediately. Are you gay? No. MP5? Not yet, but I will soon. I should have a one coming here soon. Can you legally carry a? Okay, not gonna answer that. Were you born male? Yeah. How do I compensate for having your dominant eye on the opposites? Oh my gosh. Dominant side of your shooting hand. You would just hold it to a different position. As a gun tuber, are you constantly getting warnings and strikes from your YouTube? Sometimes, but I've gotten really good at like trying to follow the rules. So I have a YouTube rep that I work with, and if a rule changes, he lets me know, and then I'm able to move and change my channel. Where I come into problems sometimes is where I'm used to like the old ways where I could say what I want and I say something wrong and I forget to edit it out. But for the most part, no, I'm you know, they keep you up to date of all the new rules and everything. I really need to hop off here. It's been an hour and a half. Holy cow. We've been on here for a while. This has been good though. I've been enjoying it. Hear anything about the reliability of the Flex 3 MR for assisted reset trigger or the AK Flex? I have not. Can't wait to see it. Let me guess, MP5K. It's actually a different one. I can't remember what they're sending. It's what's their face is sending it? Century Arms is sending one of theirs. Walther PDP and 9mm is what I would choose. Are they American? What's American? Stay dangerous. What state are you in? Ohio. Of course, you can keep one in the backpack as long as your state allows it. Yeah, as long as your state allows it, you can carry in bags. I carry in bags a lot, off body and stuff. Why are there so many weird people here? I don't know, man. I don't know like where this live stream's getting promoted to, but it doesn't seem like it's getting promoted to my channel. It's like there's some people in here that I'm a little confused by their questions. Please give me some tips on becoming a YouTuber with gun content. One of the best things you can do is make sure you read the rules and understand them, because it stinks. Like, do I agree with the rules? No, absolutely not. But you're using their platform, and if you want to use their platform to make money and make a channel, you're gonna have to follow the rules. So get really comfortable with the rules, stay up to date with that. And the biggest thing is staying consistent. Create content that you enjoy, not what you think other people will enjoy. Do what you enjoy. Because if you create what other people enjoy, you're never gonna stick with it. And then stay consistent. No one's gonna follow a channel that posts once here, once there, and never again. I'm gonna hit this super chat because it just popped up. But yeah, man, stay consistent is one of the best things. Thank you for your advice, Mr. Johnson. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. That was really nice of you to do that chat. $5 super chat. That's freaking awesome. Let me like that. So nice to you. Mr. Johnson, huge shout out to you. I appreciate that. You're welcome. I hope it was helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask, man. And you don't have to chat. You don't have to do the super chat to ask questions. I would gladly answer your question if it helps. That's always my goal. So thank you for the super chat. That was so nice of you, Mr. Johnson. Huge thank you. $5 super chat. That was big, man. So that's the cool thing. So these, if you do a $5 one, it actually pops up and I can click it and I don't have to scroll. So the ones that aren't $5, you have to like scroll and find, which is fine. It's just, it's weird. I wish every one of them would pop up so I can just click it. But Mr. Johnson, thank you so much. Huge shout out to you, man. Make sure you guys all like that comment. That's super nice. Thank you for the knowledge and your personality you provide to us and those who are actually looking for your educated opinion. Thank you a ton. You're welcome. I think it's really fun to hop on here on these lives to be able to give you guys like accurate information at the time of you asking. You know, it's easy for me to make a YouTube video, like go check the YouTube video out, and like maybe it doesn't answer your question all the way. I always want to be able to answer your questions accurately, and hopefully these are helpful to you guys. How do I manage sweaty hands when shooting? Maybe carry a rag with you while you're at the range. I don't know if you're talking about range or like in general use. Get good stippling on your gun. That might help. Or grip tape, like some kind of tape that might help you be able to grip the gun a little bit better. What Glock model is your favorite? Glock 45. Have you heard your made in Texas suppressor could be bought without paying a tax? That's pretty cool. It doesn't sound legal, but that's pretty cool. What Glock model is your favorite? Glock 45. Can you shoot a Desert Eagle with no experience shooting any guns you never shot? Gun would be safe or dangerous. I would highly recommend starting, if you've never shot a gun before, I wouldn't start with a Desert Eagle. Red dot versus laser, go red dot. Do you like AKs? Yeah, I have AKs on the other wall. I just can't show you guys right now, unfortunately. Tuning in from Dayton, Ohio. Hey, cool. I'm from Ohio, too. I'm glad you're here. You seem like a neat guy, dude. God bless. Thank you. I appreciate it. You seem pretty neat, too, man. What state are you in? Ohio. The Glock 21. All right, I got to hop off here because it's a rainy day, and I kind of just want to play games with my kids. I got chess for my kids. I got 3 young kids, and I got chess for them, and they've been really interested in it. So I'm probably gonna go play chess with them. And I got some more videos I got to film. But please, guys, if you guys enjoy the content, I would love it if you guys would hop off this live, go click my Canik video. I just posted it. Watch that video. Whether you like it or not, just watch it and see if you enjoy the content. If you enjoy the content, subscribe. Put a comment on there as well. Throw a comment saying that what you like about the gun, or put a comment and say, hey, I was here from the live stream. Love your content, or I don't like your content. Whatever you want to say. Either way, but I would appreciate it if you guys would check that video out. And if you enjoy the content, subscribe. Let me know if you guys like the air fried peanut butter and jelly. That stuff is freaking awesome. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Oh, hey, R53 Mini. Holy cow. That's a heck of a super chat, dude. That's a freaking $10. Thank you for your based opinion. And can I get an OHIO, Bob? OHIO. Absolutely love it. Hopefully, are you a Ohio State fan? The Buckeyes football? Because I absolutely love the Ohio State Buckeyes, and I've been rewatching their playoff run since it's happened. I probably watched each game like 6 times. Like, we have YouTube TV, and it like DVRs the games, so I keep watching them over and over and over. So if you're a Buckeye fan, man, good on you. And the reason I say that is because you said OH, which usually, I mean, obviously everybody from Ohio says that, but it usually is like a Buckeye thing. But OHIO, buddy. I appreciate you. That's a huge chat, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for being in here. I couldn't be able to do this stuff without you guys. Obviously, these streams wouldn't be very fun without you guys being interactive, asking questions. I appreciate the people that might not even share our opinion. As long as, everyone's opinions are different, I'm here to be able to share my opinion, and maybe we can find some middle ground. And hopefully this was able to help you guys and other things as well. And hopefully I answered some of your questions. But thank you so much for that super chat, man. That was so nice of you. $10, that's huge. R53 Mini, thank you so much. I appreciate you a ton. Have a wonderful day, dude. Your channel is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to do these live streams more often. These are going really well. I really enjoy doing these live. I do live streams every single week on Rumble, but I feel like YouTube just has more interaction. I feel like YouTube, I'm not able to keep up with the chat. With Rumble, the chat's a lot less. Maybe it's just because viewers are a little different, but I really enjoy doing these. So I might be hopping on these more often. All right. Now I got to hop off. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Check out the Canik video or just the rest of my channel. And I would love it if you guys would share it with your friends. We're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to make it big and do some great things here. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful day.